What is up, guys? This is Lintheo here. So I'll just sit here, Jamie. So we have a Burning Abyss mirror here, and yes, it is a bit grainy. Apologies, because the light's just gone in the room, and it's getting darker and darker. So I'm having to manually adjust it. Yeah. So we'll
narrate.
So we'll just narrate basically what's going on. Going into the shadow duel. We'll call this one. I think everyone's good with that, yeah. So as I said, we've got a Burning Abyss mirror here. So BLS has been milled.
Pretty standard.
This is Jamie the Kid 00's area, isn't it?
Well, this is my if Yu-Gi-Oh gave me a spirit animal that wasn't Rescue Rabbit, this would be my spirit animal. Like the Divine Comedy is my guy. So like I have nothing more to add really. Like his opening turn was just textbook. I'm kind of disappointed that he didn't have like the combo off plays. He didn't have the guide. He didn't have the graph or the seer. But
so he's MST and
it's always a wise play.
So that's a pretty good hit for the Vanities, but it wouldn't really matter too much because he was holding the MST because he's probably going to summon a tour guide now anyway.
Is that a Scarman hand?
I think so. So a bit of background. The guy on the right, tour guides. The guy on the right is so these two are EXO. This is table 1, and the guy on the right, Burning Abyss player, has OTK'd basically everyone. He's 2-0'd every single opponent he's had.
Oh wow!
And that's including Cruel Fort, Necros, everything.
Who is this?
This is
Tom. It's Beaky versus Liam.
Something. So it's Tom. Tom's the guy.
Yeah. Oh, Tom's on the left.
Is Tom on the left?
Yeah,
sorry,
I know my boy Beaky. I know my boy Beaky.
So,
I played him last time in the feature match here.
Of course you did, yeah. So you milled a Snatch Steel MST and a tour guide, I believe. So it's not the greatest, but what can you do? So out of this, we've still got another 3 rounds, but depending on how the lighting goes, I'm not sure how it's going to go, to be honest, which is really sucky. So we're going to try and figure something out. Hopefully this round finishes quick. And just looking at the BA play on the right, he's actually playing Mass Change. Mass Change 2, so he's playing the Mass Change build, which is very interesting because Dark Claw in the mirror hurts. So we're just going to see he's probably going to go for another Dante by the looks of it. Yeah, so that's the second Dante on board. Detached to mill.
Good mills the first time.
Well, he's milled a graph and another.
The graph, of course, is irrelevant in that situation, but hitting the Scarm is kind of nice.
So it was a Scarm and one of the new ones that I cannot remember.
If he hit, was one of the new ones the Farfa? Because if he hit the Farfa, that's disgusting.
Yeah, because he would have banished.
Yep. Oh, that's that lock going again. If he hit the Farfa, that'd be absolutely incredible because, of course, he could banish the Dante swing for 5k, and that's a huge hit.
Yeah, but that's not how it's happened.
It's not a Farfa.
So.
But he has got the Seer, so
yeah,
the Seer is probably just going to bring back a graph.
So it's always, I always find it interesting to watch the mirror.
Yeah.
I think it's actually quite interesting to see.
Yeah. These two Dantes were obviously made in attack because of the fact that he could mill Farfa, giving easy damage.
Yeah.
And even if he doesn't find it, he's able to just attack with both the Dantes for 25 anyway.
Yeah. So
he's going to make a Virgil.
Yeah. So wow, this is big. Wow. Okay.
This is 75.
So can you get that extra 5 on board?
He almost doesn't need it. Like once you put your opponent on 500, they're within Nightmare Shock.
Yeah.
So if he has Virgil and if he has a guy in hand, he wins this game.
So we're just going to see how it goes here now. See, if Held to Perfection was up, this would be...
Oh, there we go. That's just game. That's game already.
Oh, enemy. Yeah, game.
Like that's the OTK. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. So wow.
That's the sheer OTK potential of this deck. Yeah. And that's the exact build I'm playing.
And that was 4 minutes in, so
I'm not going to need extra time at this rate.
No, you're not.
No, don't jinx it. I would actually quite like a quick one, to be honest. I'll say that again. I would actually like a quick round, because I do believe that...
I'll give you a quick land.
No, shut up, Jamie. You guys, you all heard it. Jamie wants me.
Crave is the word.
Crave, okay. We're going to pause for a slight intermission.
We're going to look at sides or not?
I'm getting like cabin fever. I've been in this classroom where we're doing the feature matches for the past like 5 hours.
Yeah. So if we look at the builds, Liam on the right isn't actually running any traps, so he's running a very OTK based version of the deck, whereas Tom on the left is actually playing 3 Vanities and 1 Fire Lake. But if we look at the sides, so Liam for the potential matchup of the mirror You have a Vanti's Fiend, which would be very strong. Flying Sea as well, and a Maxi. Effect Veiler, it's interesting that he has Hidden Armory in the side. And Twister and Dark Hole are probably not going to help this game, so you'll probably see the Vanities, the Vanity Fiends, the Flying Seas, possibly the third Maxi, yeah, because he plays two.
Yeah, definitely. I don't feel like any of the other choices are relevant.
Effect Veiler, Hidden Armory, no. And if we look at Tom's side deck is Maxi. I don't know what that other card is.
I'm actually somewhat a Kagma. It's Kagma.
Yeah, of course. Vanity's Fiend, Rageki, MST of 3 copies, so he doesn't main any MST. A Gemma Trio for 2, another Fire Lake, XYZ Universe, and Diamond. So there's going to be a lot of siding for Tom here, because he'll be putting in the XYZ Universes for the Constellar Diamond play when the opponent has both Dante's out. Also be putting in the Ajama Trios to block out any plays, and the Vanity's Fiends with the Maxis as well. So there's a lot of siding here for the guy on the left.
Yeah. Can I just highlight something that's irrelevant in this matchup, but it kind of upsets me about Beaky's list?
Yeah.
About his opponent's list, because I see his opponent's playing Master Change 2. He's not playing the Leviathan Dragon Acid combo, which I've seen some people kind of indulging in, or not even playing the Leviathan Dragon, they're just playing the Nightmare Shark and Acid. Some people have been doing that, and it's actually proved quite interesting. So I'm kind of sad to not see that in the extra deck.
Yeah, that is a bit sad. But if you just bear with me, guys, I'm just changing the colour so you can see it a bit better. That's looking
really well,
that's looking really nice. So
can you change the white balance a little?
I can change the white balance. Yeah, it's going to change considerably now. So
because that makes it look a lot warmer.
That's quite nice. So again, apologies guys that we are doing this on the fly, but it's all fun.
We're learning for the Brotherhood Open, man.
Yeah, I know.
Put that out as well on the stream.
Yeah, I really want to do the Brotherhood Open on the stream. We're going to try and basically do it. Like, that's what we want to do. So this is going to look really weird in 1080p. I do realise, so I do apologise, but hey, what can you do? So
is this going to come out in 1080p with these kind of settings?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
The recording is 1080p. Regardless of what settings you do, you can put it to black and it'll be a black 1080p. So quite interesting from the guy on the right. He's got his watch on the table. It's interesting. Anyway, yeah, no, it's good.
So normal graph, special of Alich.
And Dante, here we go.
Standard Dante play. It's very strong Dante though, because it does have the graph underneath it.
Exactly. So the graph is coming in. All he needs to do
is see the Sith,
and then he can start looping.
Yeah.
So he's got rid of the graph.
I don't think I can highlight enough that wow, the Farfa being kind of hurtful.
Yeah.
This mirror got so much stranger with the addition of Farfa.
Yeah.
Because before it was whoever could build the biggest downer would usually win.
It's very true.
In all honesty, and now that Farfa's a card, like that is such a fragile thing to do.
Yeah, it's definitely true because it just means that you can just completely rip your opponent apart.
I honestly feel that the mirror is unwinnable without Econ. You have to have the Econ.
Yeah, Econ has, for the past month or two now, I think probably about a month, it has really become predominant in the deck. And it's just interesting to see. Like, I love seeing how these decks evolve to the meta. And Econ's always been a good card. It's been, predominantly played in, Swap Frogs, the Frog Monarchs. That's one of the decks it was played in without a shadow of a doubt. But now it's finding its way into a lot of different side decks.
Yeah.
So it's actually quite interesting.
It's a pretty solid play. Like, it's the best he can make. He's got no back row. He does play traps, but
yeah. Well, unless he sided the 4 out, but he does play the 3 vanities and the 1 Fire Lake. The 1 Fire Lake's interesting. I would have kept them in.
He's playing Cagna in the main deck. I'm pretty sure.
Yes, he is. So yeah.
No.
Oh no, it's the other. Yeah.
Because the 1 Fire Lake is okay because Cagna can ditch it.
Yeah.
And Dante can add it.
Yeah.
But I'm questioning it a little bit. I'd prefer to have the Cagna in the main deck in that case.
Yeah, I agree.
But it is what it is.
Well, luckily it's probably not going to get any darker than this. So this seems okay. So again, do want to apologise that the grain is hurting me quite a lot. Just my OCD element of this. So he opens up with the tour guide, which is quite nice.
The fact that you work in professional VFX.
Yeah, exactly. My job's VFX, so this is hurting.
But 4K footage.
Best of about 4K footage is nice in our 3 cinemas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just making the best out of a bad situation here. But so Tour guide is going to search something that he's debating. He's playing. I think is he playing the beginning of the end as well?
He does.
He does. He plays 2 of them.
Turbo.
So that's even with the traps. That's quite interesting.
Yeah, it's
and both players play 2 the beginning of the end. Tom on your left plays the mass changes, and so does. So it's quite an identical list really. Apart from there's mained obviously the vanities and the fire lakes, whereas on the other hand they're sided. And Night Beam as well, so you can definitely see the turbo and controlling aspect. The Burning Abyss on the left is more geared to kind of your standard Burning Abyss that will try and control a little bit, I suppose.
Tom's opponent has game.
And the guy on the right is more turbo.
I believe the individual on the right has an econ and is making a push for game at this point, judging by the setup of the Farfa.
He's going really powerful. There is a spell in hand.
The Farfa
I'm not sure
removes
what
the
it
one
is.
with an Alich underneath it, and then he econs the one with the sphere.
And that would be disgusting. And that would be it.
The seer would trigger though.
Yeah.
So he has to have a way to play around that. But in all honesty, I think he's making a game push. Like that's just
So that's what he's now checking.
Yeah. If I was sat in Tom's seat, like I'd be reading a game push here.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing much you can do, but you still want to make your reads.
The speed that he's playing in as well is quite evident, and the fact that the Dantes are coming out into the attack.
So there goes the Farfa. The thing is though, actually he doesn't have game, because if he hits that Alich, one of his Dantes is going to go back down to 1,000. He doesn't have game, but he has a board break, which is just as important.
Yeah, and annoyingly they're milling off
Yeah,
screen.
Yeah. I can ask that they move if you want.
No, it's fine. So
Yeah, he bounces one, the Alich triggers, making a Dante 1,000.
yeah, so it's only 35 on board,
Mm-hmm.
but he might. No, it's interesting. I'm just trying to think of different places. He's also got the Raigeki. He's got a disgusting hand.
That's the confidence, because if he's got Econ Raigeki, which there's 2 green.
Just
If he has
yeah.
Econ Raigeki, then he should be able to push.
There's the econ.
Because then he can Raigeki whatever the seer brings out, unless he brings out Grav.
So we have. So he's going to activate the effect.
No, he's
Or
just
is he
going
not?
to attack.
He's just going to attack. So that's
And
15,
he's going to download
24.
over it.
15, 24, and so
Yeah.
25. So that's 5k.
It's not, one of them's negated, so there's 2
Oh, yeah,
on
of course.
1,000 and
Mhm.
it's
So
35.
35.
3
yeah.
down.
There's 3 downloads!
Whoa.
Wow. MLG moment right there.
Man just went in! Download Magician Turbo.
That's
Too powerful.
a really weird looking board.
Does anyone think this looks weird?
What looks
Like
good?
the boards, the 3 down.
It's just a board you don't see.
Yeah,
that.
I was
Yeah.
hoping you'd make another Dante and we'd see 4 Dante.
That's crazy. Look at that. That's a really weird board.
It's such a strong board though.
It really is.
Like,
And he's sat back in
How do
confidence.
you-
That's- He's got the right. He's got
He
everything.
wins.
Well,
Yeah,
let's see.
I think-
Unless Tom can set up
I
a
was
seer
hoping
on
to see
board.
some Dark Board, to be honest.
Like, in all honesty, unless Tom can set up a seer, Tom loses.
Yeah.
Because he has to have the seer to put the Dante back on the table.
So
He can't do that.
So he has the tour guide.
He has the setup. It's fine.
So how? So he's got the graph now.
I think I'm trying to think this as far forward as
Yeah,
possible.
exactly. I'm just trying to read what Tom might have in his hands, because I think he's got soul charge in hand as well.
Yeah, I thought I
Um,
saw that.
I kept seeing a flash of a soul charge.
Yeah.
So that's
You need to be careful.
you
with
need
your
to be
soul
careful
charge on this
because
one.
you're at 4-5. So he does have a Dante that he's going to go for. He's going to get rid of the graph.
What's under that Dante?
He mills nothing
Tall-
useful.
the other-
I'm not
that
sure
one's
what's
tall
under
guy.
the.
Is
I'm
it
not sure
tall
what's
guy
under.
under it?
Yeah, I think
He's
so.
going to crash that Dante into the download that has his seer underneath it.
Yeah.
Of course, triggering the seer. You can then use that seer to bring back the graph, and he still keeps himself set up for the possible Raigeki.
Yeah.
And that's how he stays in the game. Yep, he's definitely set up now.
So he's made a good comeback there.
It's an incredibly good play.
Yeah.
Like if that's what he's doing, I might be overthinking it. Like,
But no, it certainly is good plays. It's
he's got an econ as well.
But the question is, does he set the econ or keep
What he
it
can
in the
do is he
hand?
can go this into this, get a guy, and then he econs this for one of these and attacks the downloads into each other, clears his opponent's board,
Would
and
you like
gets
to
a
explain
graph.
that by saying
Yeah,
listen to
that
this?
was-
Yeah, sorry,
He's pointing
so,
at the screen. He's being stupid.
He attacks the Dante that's in attack mode into the down node, which has his seer underneath it, thus triggering the seer. No, that's too early actually.
Yeah.
It's too early. Should have done it that way around, sorry. It should have been econ 2 down nodes and then make that play that he's just made so that he doesn't have a down node in his own field. But I jumped the gun on that one, I'm afraid. I was incorrect.
Overlaying that downer. Too good.
So he gets the add back, which is the Fafa off of the Dante that was underneath the down node. You've got it the wrong way around.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So I was just checking something. I was being a bit stupid. I was like looking at deck list and I was like, he only runs 2 downers.
Don't worry,
at the
boys
wrong
and
deck
girls.
list.
I've got you.
Have you now?
Oh, so this is the Dark Ball player.
They're both the
They're
same.
both the
They're
same.
both
Are they
got.
both
They're
running
both running
Dark Ball?
mass change
Oh,
too.
I didn't know they were both.
Yeah. I'm surprised
And
we
we
don't have
haven't
this
seen
mass
any.
change. No, because that was actually turn it around.
I
a fair
did
bit.
wanna see that.
So he's gone to main phase 2, so he can't
So-
make the play I was on about. That
Yeah.
I question
That's
that.
questionable.
Unless he has the rank up, which I don't know if he plays. But he doesn't play it.
Well, he has the soul charge though, which he's considering by the looks of it.
Yeah, but
I'm not sure why he would.
if he soul charges, then he crashes the 2 down nodes into a possible defense position mech whipped, which is 3k damage.
And he's snatch stealing. Okay.
Okay, in his main phase 2.
I'm not sure why he.
Mm.
And then sets 2 back.
Which is a soul charge and an econ. So in the end phase, I think he's doing it on
And to trigger the
himself.
scam.
Yeah.
I'm just checking his extra deck for a second. It's possibly because it's one of the few monsters in this extra deck that can detach that turn. He could have gone with Giga Brilliant as well though, but
Yeah.
this is probably more relevant.
Yeah, exactly, because he does give himself coverage for the downer as well, because you can only do the attack position.
Yeah.
But he added a tour guide there, so he's just trying to set up for next turn. But it was a pretty good effort to.
Very solid play.
Yeah, exactly.
Got
So
2 of those downloads.
yeah, you can't really argue with that, can you?
Beaky's clearing this really effectively.
Yeah, they're both very good players, quite clearly. So it's real fun to watch. So obviously the snatch deal gives him 1,000 boost there. I'm questioning that play though.
I do question it. I would have cleared both the downers
Yeah, I
and
agree.
then crashed the Dantes.
Yeah, I agree, but maybe.
Like maybe I'm seeing something. Sorry, I'm not seeing something, but
Mm.
that's honestly how I would have done it.
Yeah, it's
Like I'm not a prodigy with this deck, but
you know it. So.
yeah. I mean, I've got it sitting behind me.
Yeah.
In case you guys didn't want me for the stream.
No, of course not. We don't want you ever. Jamie the Scrub 0-0. Scrubbing out. That's what you did. You just scrubbed out, didn't you? Round 1
From
you
round
just
one.
scrubbed. Yeah. So you lost 7-0. So just die.
One day you'll love me.
Yeah, okay. Keep going. So we have an opposing tour guide being played now.
Yeah.
So both players have tour guide plays. Obviously, tour guide now. Next turn, Tom also has a tour guide
Yeah.
that he added from the Scam.
Of course, I find it quite difficult to see their hands, but I question the frequency at which they've been adding tour guides. I often find that tour guides you want to keep in the deck as much as possible because it's an
Yeah.
incredibly good top deck. You want to actually continually have at least 2 Burning Abyss monsters in hand, rather than have a Burning Abyss monster in a tour guide, which is what I
Yeah.
can see Tom has. So I would question the addition of the tour guide there, but again, that's my
Something
theory.
we might not be seeing, yeah. But it will be. It's going to be interesting to see next turn what he does, because I can't see Liam getting through this field in this turn.
It's an incredibly strong board. Like,
Yeah.
Tom changed that so much.
Yeah. So he's added.
If we can see.
Can't see what that one is.
Tom
Alex.
possibly also made the Mecryptage in it, by the way, with looks to a Koga play in the future.
But not before he makes the Dante play.
I'm on about the other player.
True. We can't see what he's smelling. Excellent.
No, regrettably not.
See, I fix this, and then people move the mats, and this is what happens.
Well, no effect is activated, so...
Well, effect is activated in grave, so he's protecting the downers.
yeah.
It's downwards battle and card effect, isn't it? Sorry, mecha equipped is battle and card effect, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're basically just talking about the chain link resolve. So the mecha equipped to the far effect. He detached to send it to defense vision just to get rid of it, and then the chains resolve, and then the new chain starts with the effects detached from the mecha equipped and also his Liam's effects. So multiple chain links.
Definitely. He's gone for his own Farfa from the deck,
Yeah.
which will blow up, forcing the banishment of the downerd.
Yeah.
I think.
That is correct.
Okay, I actually somewhat question it because it does allow him to trigger the effects of what was under it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we do have to be conscious of the life that Beaky has.
4/5 is
Yeah.
compared to double what Liam is on. It's
Like, one respect that it's not game, it's a point total you have to consider.
yeah, exactly. So
Sorry if I'm kind of going all out on the talking, by the way. I'm just
no, it's good.
No, go ahead.
Resident experts in Burning Abyss.
These-
I'm pretty
these
sure
were-
everyone's probably sick of Burning Abyss by now, but
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
regardless, it's still interesting to see because this is updated versions of Burning Abyss. We've got a very aggressive
Definitely.
version on the and there's the Raigeki.
We were waiting for it to come down. Of course, it is going to clear those two. The Dante
And
effect
Dante
triggering.
will affect. So bring him back.
Is there anything you can do to up the brightness a little, by the way? Or
I
are
can
we kind of
cer-
at the end of our rope on this one?
No, I think we can up the brightness. It's just
Oh,
it starts
and the
going
white balance.
Yeah, so if we maybe bring down the white balance.
Sorry about this, guys. I may have made it worse.
You see, this is what Jamie does to me. So I'll bring this down again. Contrast.
That'll do. It's fine. It's fine.
is
Contrast is
yeah.
maxed.
Virgil.
Colour intensity won't be that great. So
It's okay. It's acceptable.
it's acceptable. Hopefully we can get it sorted for round
Yeah.
round 6.
But we'd rather actually bring you guys a game than not.
Then not,
Yeah.
actually do anything. So
1,000.
that's the
Xyz Universe.
wow.
I was waiting
Exceed
for the
Universe.
mirror, like the random
Yeah.
miracles.
Exceed Universe bringing out the
Ptolemy, isn't it?
it's bringing out the diamond.
Mate! I forgot you could do that. That's jokes. I'm sorry.
Or is it? It is
It
diamond,
gets
yeah.
bounced though. But
Yeah, he's gonna bounce it, but
There's
it's
still-
the fact he's cleared the board of stuff is useful. I can't believe I was talking about this earlier, Jamie. The fact that you can take both their Tante from Exceed
I wasn't
Universe
paying
and
attention.
go into Diamond. This is why I don't love you. You don't pay attention to me.
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. I don't pay attention because you don't love me.
Yeah, we're just in a loop. Sorry, viewers, we're having a bit of a
Tiff.
moment here. If you hear a chair being thrown, it's me. So this isn't a quick round, unfortunately. I was hoping that we'd have a quick one so we could sort something out.
It was so promising.
So promising in the first game. But never mind. So downward, is it downers on the
It's
field?
downers.
2 downers on the field.
Yeah, because of course the Fafa brings it back
Yeah.
to his side of the field.
It's crazy. So
Ooh.
there's so we know he has a soul charge, and he has the tour guide that he searched.
In all honesty, with the amount of bit of board he has to crack, the assault charge is irrelevant at this
Yeah.
stage. Because he hasn't played the rank up version, so he has nothing he can do if he soul charges.
Yeah, it's actually a bit of a waste if
I
he does.
honestly don't play it anymore because of that fact. Because I can't make Pleiades.
It's very true. Palladi's too good.
Basically.
So Virgil 2 downers.
Like, if he is going to soul charge, he has to make a Virgil.
Well, Virgil's the only thing he. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He has to do it, otherwise.
Because otherwise he
It's a
can't crack the
complete
board.
waste. Yeah.
At this stage, I'm at a loss, in all honesty. I don't know what options he has available. How many Dantes has he lost?
2, possibly.
Yeah, I think it's 2.
I wouldn't imagine it's any more. I don't remember there being more.
There's never been 3 on Tom's field.
No, there has been 3 on the
No.
other field though, but one of them was taken. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's 2 that's been played on
So
Tom's field.
Tom is of course thinking about the fact that his opponent has exhausted all 3 of his Dantes in this case.
Yeah,
So his rotation is now broken. His resources are going to start faltering at this point. So if Tom's able to keep good card advantage and stay alive, he can turn this around simply because his opponent will burn out.
yeah, that is correct. And that's where it starts to get interesting because you start to grind out the games now.
I'm trying to sit in each of their seats and kind
Yeah.
of think, right, what do I do?
Well, having a board of 2 Downer and a Virgil isn't bad. So
No,
you-
no.
I'm sure Liam will feel that he's in a comfortable situation.
I would actually feel extremely uncomfortable if
But
I was Liam in all fairness.
I was gonna say, but to the untrained eye, but the fact that there's actually a lot that Tom can do.
It's simply because Liam is currently sitting with 1 in a hand.
Yeah.
Best case scenario is his field gets cracked. Sorry, worst case is his field gets cracked and he enters his next turn with 3 because of course he will draw off the
Yeah,
Virgil. Worst case scenario, he enters with 2 if the Virgil is spun. So,
which would be the best play.
yeah. He's definitely not out by any stretch of the imagination. But if this gets cracked, Tom is in a huge position. Because if you notice, Tom has used hardly anything in the grand scheme of things. Whereas his opponent has gone very hard at the start trying to OTK and
Yeah.
failed.
And that is the problem with OTK variants. They can just try and go for it and it
That's
just
Acid
won't work.
Golem.
That is Acid Golem. So he's going to punch over, I guess.
Yes, the upstart. I'm wondering if he has easy access to Alich as well.
Yeah, and that brings him on to 10k as well.
Okay.
Our first 10k of the day.
Yeah, standard. 10k burning
Attack
Abyss
over
player.
Virgil.
She's starting.
So that's attack of the Virgil. Virgil has
25. So he's on 95.
Yeah. So we have the 10k, and the 10k is gone.
So swiftly taken away, and that is actually huge for Tom, especially if he's able to set up an Alich.
95,000.
Over 9,000.
No, I honestly can't
Oh,
see his
sorry.
hand, but I feel like he needs to set up an Alich. I'm gonna keep saying it until he does.
Keep saying it.
No, I don't want to, because I'm gonna be repetitive and people hate me.
People hate you anyway. So.
You are so horrible to me.
Now you're just a liar as well.
It's a good thing I know Jamie quite well, isn't it?
I was riding high 30 minutes ago. Flossie called me a spirit animal, and now I'm just getting like attacked.
Mate, what do you expect? I play Herald.
You came back into the room and just ruined my day.
I know.
We're having such fun times.
do
I
not,
never missed you.
do I not bring sunshine and what is it? Sunshine and raindrops? I don't know what that song is. I can't remember.
You bring dark
Anyway,
greens and green
So the
camera.
Acid Golem is so Liam just kind of sets turn the Dantes down as the defense.
Do we know how much defense down it has?
I believe it's 1,000 or somewhere in
Yeah,
that region.
it's not huge.
Mm.
I got this one, guys.
It looks like Tom also has 6 cards in hand or 5.
He has a huge
5.
amount of resources remaining.
2 set and
It's 200
Yeah.
defense. sorry.
200 defense.
200.
Excellent. Okay, that's
That is
clearly good.
hard.
So he's setting a monster
That
and
says
just
Seer.
attacking. So he's actually just gonna it's of course the Seer. He's just gonna try and drown this one out really. 20 minutes into this round and he's passing.
28.
28 minutes, yeah.
Not looking good. This is turned around like 3 times.
And there's the mass change. He drew the mass change seconds. So this I
come on,
expect.
He can't advance his game state though,
No.
because of the Acid Golem. That's why I was saying about the Alich setup. He has to.
Yeah. Because otherwise he's just gonna start drawing dead cards.
He's also bearing in mind his opponent has next to no monsters.
Oh.
Oh.
There it is. There's the out.
Yeah.
The Livic effect special summons Seer, and its
And
effect is
he's
going to be
maxing.
negated.
He's maxing now.
It's fine.
So
The Seer's effect is negated, so it won't blow itself up.
Yeah.
So he'll then proceed to stick. I don't think he advances any further than that this time. So it's going to be 16 and 21. Yep.
16 and 21 for a 3-8.
Yeah.
Total. Ma.
57.
Yeah.
Boom. He's mask changing into Dark Law.
It's huge.
Ooh,
Dark Law's huge.
so cool.
And the Seer brings back the Dante. Dante then swings for 1,000, and he then attacks for another. So he's attacked for another 34, by the way,
Another 34.
because of the mask change.
Yeah. So in total, it's a
Yeah,
lot.
it's 23.
Yeah.
Turned around this time, Jesus.
From 10k.
Ugh. 10k's 2-3 and a mask. No,
But, like,
Dark Law.
that's.
That just shows how good of a
I
player.
honestly feel that Liam doesn't recover from this. There's so little he can do.
No.
Like he has the
No,
download,
there
but the
isn't.
download is so small, and he's under
Ah.
emptiness.
Yeah, I'd probably go to
And
game
it's
3 at this point.
Like
Oh,
you,
but he's got the MST.
that's fine.
So
You know, there's that card called Proof of Powerlessness.
yeah.
That's how I'm feeling right now.
But he has
Oh.
the dark hole.
Oh.
This is
Right,
huge.
MLG clutch plays right here. Where is Gage? Where is Gage? I need him.
Gage can go do one. Hi, Gage. I know Gage very well.
I was gonna say I love him. You love him.
Gage is my boy. If you don't know that, that's Nim Nim on
Sorry,
yeah,
yeah.
that small little kid.
He's now partnered with
Part of
the
AIG,
biggest
yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh company outside of Konami in the US.
He's doing their coverage, and well, he was doing some of the coverage, but he's also going to just uploading videos onto the AIG channel to make it more of an interesting page, because currently they just post matches, and
There's
while
only
it's,
something-
you know, it's interesting, it's really good. I'm subscribed to them. I like watching it, but you know, it's always nice to have different content if
There's
they
only
want
so
to.
much Patrick Coburn you can have in your diet.
Yeah, exactly. So here we have.
Oh, this is pretty intense.
That's
actually.
Libic and Rubik.
Yeah, so this is really that's Giga Brilliant.
Yeah, because he has nothing else he
There's
can
nothing
make.
he can do.
But that's is that a BLS? Is that a game?
Is that?
Is that
I don't know
BLS?
what is it?
That's
That's
BLS. Wow! Out of nowhere.
Oh, that does call
Incredibly
though.
played by Tom. Incredibly played,
That's
but
an incredible game.
What?
like
that
that
was
just came
amazing.
back out of
Didn't
nowhere.
see that. I can't. I still can't see
It's
this.
BLS.
done.
I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go out.
Wow, so that is it. We'll try and improve it for round 6, but bloody hell.
That's a BLS, right?